to say, I think we're live. Hey guys, what's going on? Sunny here from Online Sales Funnel Academy and Live Selling Secrets, coming to you from my home office in my car in a Costco parking lot in Twin Falls, Idaho. Hey guys, well, I got the fiance running errands, so I thought I would come live for a few minutes. I'm in the middle of my 30-day go live challenge. It looks like I've got some weird lighting. No problem there. So guys, I wanted to come live tonight. I wanted to talk about, well, let me back up. So if we haven't met yet, my name is Sunny. I'm the author of Live Selling Secrets, the top secret formula for 10xing your physical product sales online using Facebook automation, marketing, and live selling to add additional revenue into your business. I have the pleasure of having grown a business of one of my clients to over $1 million in sales in the last 4 years. So I've gone live about 400 times in the last 5 years or 4 years, and I've learned a thing or two about a thing or two. So in tonight's live stream, guys, I want to cover 5 pet peeves that I have with people who live sell and maybe don't follow best practices. So I'm going to be going now. This is just me being nitpicky, but there are 5 things that when I watch other people's live streams that I get really annoyed with, and the regular customer probably does too. So I wanted to go ahead and address these 5 things and just give you some general education about them. And if you're doing one of these things, perhaps consider not doing these 5 things because they're kind of annoying. At least that's my opinion. All right. My first pet peeve when it comes to other people when they're live selling, the first thing that's my pet peeve is people forget to sell. Okay, now I know this sounds crazy, but what happens is when people go live and maybe they're newer or they're just not sure what they're doing, they get on their live stream and they've got their items sitting there and they hold it up, but they don't really they don't know the script and they don't really talk about it or sell it. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen one like that. And as a viewer, it's very distracting because they're not really talking about it or trying to sell it to you. It's really like what's happening right now. And then maybe they're like, hey guys, look at this piece of item. Yeah. And then they put it away, right? Then they go to the next one. So the human mind needs to have a balance between, logic and emotion in order to connect with a physical product that we're thinking about buying. So if we're not tapping into that, that's a really big no-no. So that's something you want to make sure to do, which, by the way, if you need those words, it's in my book, Live Selling Secrets, or the little offshoot, the blue book, it's a $20 one. It's what to say, why to say it, and how to say it. So that's my first pet peeve. The second pet peeve I have is that the seller goes way too fast. So you got to remember that not only is there a lag on social media, usually like Facebook or something, like if you're going live, there's a lag in the signal, right? Like maybe you're asking them questions or something, you got to wait for them to respond because, otherwise it's got to be interactive because you want it to be interactive. You're there, it's social selling, right? So you don't want to just be like, okay, here. I've had people they'll be showing an item or something and they'll only sit, if it's numbered, they'll pretend this is an item and they'll show it and they'll be like, yeah, this is number two. Yeah, okay, next. And then they go to the next number. And it's like, wait, what was that? I wanted that. What was that? Go back, So I always recommend, and I talked about it in my live stream last night when I went live, I talked about how I feel like a very good balance when you're selling something on just what I call regular social media and is perhaps like a 1 minute to 4.5 minutes, depending on the item. You want to give your audience time to consider and think, do I want that? Do I like it? It takes a minute. I could say, this pen is an amazing, really nicely textured navy blue pen with a silver accent, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, tell me more, what you got? Give them an opportunity to emotionally interact with the product. Don't just go fast, okay? Now, the the third one that goes with this, now again, if you're just joining me, these are my top 5 pet peeves about the wrong way to do live selling, in my opinion. So the third thing that is annoying is when people accidentally shove the item into the camera. Okay, so I've been on live streams where people will take the item and they'll go like this, and that, like, they're trying to hold up a piece of jewelry and they're trying to get the camera to focus, but what they end up doing is going like this, and it's like, what? Just stop. You know, like, figure it out. Practice before you go live. Make sure you've got like a really, you know what I mean, like a really nice, you know, depth away from your camera. And side note, also a pet peeve, if you're going to be moving your camera, this is a bonus pet peeve, if you're going to be moving your camera around a lot, so most people have it stationary, but if you are going to use your camera like horizontally or something like this, be sure to move slowly. We actually had some people threaten to leave we actually had 2 people leave our live stream because they are triggered by motion sickness. It's real, and it's a real condition. And so when Keith had his phone, he whipped around too fast like this, and some of our people were like, whoa bro, that makes me seasick, and I'm gonna have to leave if you keep it up. So make sure that you're concerned about their quality experience when they're on the live stream, and having a steady camera is a great way to do that. All right, the fourth pet peeve I have is I will see some people hosting their live streams where they get on there and they have people on there in their audience, but they're not talking. They're just not talking, and I'll just sit there out of curiosity to see how long they'll go and talk without actually doing anything. And like, I get that if you're hosting like a 2-hour or a 3-hour marathon, like on a Friday night or something, that there's going to be gaps in there where you're not talking. But guys, it's a live audience. Like, nobody wants to sit there and watch you say nothing. That's not an option, right? So if you have extra people in your live stream with you, one thing that you could do is make sure that your co-hosts or your assistants have lines, or they have a script. We actually have a backup method for Keith's show. We've built it in. We treat it like a real professional show, even though the feel may not be like totally professional, but because the idea is that it's comforting and fun when we go live. But we have emergency contingencies built in. We have things scripted and pasted to the wall so that if I have a tech issue, Keith has 4 or 5 issues, or not issues, he's got 5 subjects he can talk about at any one given time. If we need to buy a minute and a half of our time, we know that I have jokes ready at my desk every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have jokes written down, ready to go. If he stalls, I have jokes and I have stories. If I stall, he knows exactly what to do and how to handle the situation. Because nobody likes, like, you got to remember, this is about your audience. Like, I think a lot of live sellers kind of approach it kind of like from their own perspective. They're just like, oh, well, I'm just going to get my stuff ready, you know. Well, there may only be 5 or 6 people or 20 people on your live stream, but I guarantee they want to be entertained. So if you're going to have long periods of silence, I always recommend that you quantify it with them. Say, all right, guys, you know what? For the next 2 minutes, we're going to take a really quick break. I recommend you take a quick break too. We're going to go ahead and get our items set up for the next part of our show, which we're really excited to show to you. So go ahead, use the restroom, refill that coffee, and drop a comment down below and let us know when you get back to your chair. Right? Now you're telling them, hey guys, like, we got this. We're not crazy. We're just taking a quick break. And we want you to take a quick break too, because when we come back from the break, we're all going to love what's about to happen. Okay? So really smooth transition, right? Okay. The 5th one is something that just, I think it's my personality. I'm a little bit older. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. This has to do, so the 5th pet peeve that I have with some live selling, some people who do live selling, is when you what I call roller coastering your voice. I don't particularly like it I know that other people do like it and it's natural for them. I used to be in network marketing and in direct sales, and I noticed that some of the teams in our network marketing company would, this is what I mean when I say roller coaster. Okay, this is actually somebody, I'm not going to say who they are, but I don't know if they'll ever see this. They say, hey guys, say hi, say hey, drop a comment down below in the chat. Let us know that you're here. Okay, so I have a background in public speaking, and I would never talk like that. Again, that is my opinion. I don't enjoy it. I don't enjoy listening to it. I don't enjoy, and I have a pretty high tolerance, to be honest. But when I watch people who sell, and it's not just one person in particular, I know other people who talk like that, and I think it's, you know, when you roller coaster your voice and raise tonality like that, it is a way to engage your customers, to keep them mentally engaged. But when I watch it, I am just like I want to click off. Like, I don't want to watch it at all. Now, those people that do that, they have a very large following and they make a lot of sales. So my bigger point here is find out what your customers like, you know, be authentic to your community. You will attract people just like you, because whatever you put out, you will get back. All right, guys, those were my top 5 pet peeves when it comes to live selling. Let me know if you have any pet peeves about live selling or live presentations, or if you've ever watched a show like QVC, if they ever did anything that you thought was funny. Drop a comment down below and let me know what you think is annoying. And I'm going to sign off, but I will see all of you guys in my live tomorrow when I go live. And if you have any questions for me, just drop a comment down below. I check my comments often. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys. Have a great night.